Hey butterflies, today we're going to be trying to make this Reformation inspired top, so if you're interested in seeing how, keep watching. Taking some muslin for the pattern, I'm going to use my waist measurement with a little ease and mark 2 points, which equals 15 inches wide. I'm going to mark halfway in between that the length from the top of the bust to the bottom of the hem. I'm then going to use my curved ruler to connect the side seams and that top point together. For the bust area, I'm going to first measure out that length from the top to the lower area of the bust, mark that straight down, and then I'm going to mark halfway in between that, and I'm going to mark a straight line across, which is the measurement from the bust area to the side seam area. I'm then going to mark in between that measurement and draw a straight line up. This is going to represent the center where the strap will fall at the bust area. And I'm also going to use my curved ruler to connect the sides, making sure I get that 1-inch center piece we see here. I'm then going to go ahead and trace out this pattern on pattern paper and just mark the lines, make sure everything's nice and neat, and cut it out. Let me show you. It's supposed to go like over, this part meets up, and this is like the side or whatever. So I think I got it pretty good. I think this is just too high. I think I just have to like shorten how high this is, and then everything will go like perfectly. The dress we will be transforming is this thrifted dress from J. Crew. It's a size 00. I love the material, I love the buttons, I love the color. I'm going to go ahead and lay out the fabric and use the pattern I've made. I wanted to keep it at the hem of the dress because it's already there, nice, clean, and finished, and that just saves me extra time. I'm going to cut out the bust area, and I'm going to make sure I cut it 2 with the fabric and 2 with the lining. This shirt has a different type of look than the bottom, so I'm going to use the lining on top versus inside of the top. Using my gathering foot, which is a lifesaver, I'm going to set my machine to a very loose stitch and just sew away and watch it all gather for me. Once all my pieces are gathered, I'm going to connect the 2 lining looking pieces together and the 2 main fabric pieces together and sew a straight stitch down the center front of each of those. Before connecting those 2 front pieces, I'm going to go ahead and cut out some strips to create my straps. And all I did was fold them right sides together and sew a straight stitch down and use my loop turner to turn them right sides out. I'm then going to place the straps right at the little top points and then connect everything, making sure I line up the center seams. And I'm just going to sew all around the top and mid area. Let's see how it's looking. So far so good, guys. Next, I'm going to pin together the lining and back piece of fabric and do a overlock stitch on all the bottom and the side of it. Once the top was overlock stitched, I then connected it to the bottom piece. Once I saw that the bottom piece was too wide, I just trimmed off the excess. This project became very innovative, very fast. I kind of was, originally going for the design. Once things changed, I ended up just being innovative and kind of making the design more of my own. So it went from a Reformation dupe to a Reformation inspired design, because the complete front of it was all Reformation. Then it eventually just became me being innovative and already invested in the project and trying to find ways to just finish it, I used some remaining fabric to create facings by pretty much just pinning the top to the fabric and cutting off fabric in the same height so that I could know exactly where my facing will end. And I also make sure to let it go through the hem, so that area is already done for me. So here's where the innovation starts. I cut up a strip that I originally made for the back in two little 2-inch wide pieces, which I will make as loops. And I just marked on the side seams. Every loop will be about 1 inch apart. And I just pinned that down and sewing it with a straight stitch on my machine. I folded over the excess twice to hide all the raw edges, and now I'm just going to do a straight stitch down along the edge where the loops land. So I connected a lot of strips to create one long strip, because I originally wanted the shirt to be completely backless in the back. Well, my strip was not long enough to go through all those loops and fit nicely, and I have no idea how to get my short loop turner to create a gigantic strip. That's something I have not yet mastered. So I had to be innovative again, and I decided to create a back panel so that the loops will connect on the sides and tie up only on the side seams, and there will be a back panel on the back. This was a very innovative idea. I just had to just be quick and think of what can I do to still make this top. That is where we have this now new design. Third time's the charm, right? Using the original back bodice, I'm just gonna cut out pretty much a rectangle that will be the back part of the top. I'm going to make sure all the sides are even, and then I'm going to create facings so that I can make the loops the same way I did for the front. Thank you so much, butterflies, for tuning into this video. I literally had a lot of make it work moments, as Tim Gunn would say. So I feel like I definitely did make it work with the materials I had and the obstacles I came across with not having enough fabric to do, the whole back. So not only will I continue to do, more dupes, but I will try to share, my process of coming up with the design. And as you can see, I came up with one just by trying to duplicate something, but then it didn't work out, so I couldn't make a dupe. So it was more so inspired by. So pretty much, the only thing I would do different is instead of those loops, I would definitely go buy some grommets, because that would have not only been quicker, I think it would have even looked even better to me. So I plan on remaking that design in different materials, different sizes, so make sure you follow my brand if you're interested. I will be dropping a spring collection soon featuring that item. So if you're interested in seeing what I make or supporting my brand, a black owned business, a woman owned business, go ahead and follow my Instagram and sign up for my newsletter on my website so you are first to know when something drops. I enjoyed this video. I hope you guys did too. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.